Well, I pull over and the cop gets out, and I look in my rearview mirror and I just turn white. I mean, oh shit, it's George. And I'm not kidding you. This is the dude I fired like a dog in the street. Hi, I'm Zane with Zane Engineers Life. So I'm working construction for my dad's company, and I'm a foreman superintendent, and I'm running crews and trying to make sure our crew is in the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. And stop for a second. So we're building houses, and it's the early 1990s. That's right, I'm old. And our guys are on trash cleanup, picking up bricks, hauling sheetrock up and down stairs, digging ditches, planting bushes. And it's Mississippi, it's summer, and it's hot. The humidity is like 247%, and the temperature hovers right around 93 degrees Fahrenheit. And minimum wage is like $3.35 an hour. So if you work 40 hours, post-tax, you take home maybe $100 a week. So I want you to think about the people that would be lined up for a job like that. See, these are people that things in life probably just haven't worked out for them, right? And real quick, like and subscribe, watch to the end, helps us get the message out. And okay, so let's stop again for a second. You do realize that life is really hard, right? That most people that are 40 years old don't choose to dig ditches in 90-degree heat. That maybe they have addictions or were in jail or things just haven't worked out for them in life. And a reminder that they are people too, and we need to help them. Well, anyway, so one of my big things with new staff was for me to say on their very first day, if you haven't shown me something by 9 a.m., don't even ask. Meaning, if you're not killing it, hit the road. Now that seems harsh, right? But we started really early in the morning to beat the heat, and not everyone is made for construction. It's like the dude that starts with a structural steel installation company, and you know within 10 minutes if they're made for walking steel that's 20 feet off the ground. Well, we had this one dude, and his name was George. And I want to say he was in his late 20s, and things just really weren't going his way. I think he'd tried some college, maybe he'd had a few gigs, he just couldn't get his shit together. Well, honestly, I didn't think he was going to make it to 9 a.m., much less to the end of his first day. But somehow he managed, and he just wasn't the best, and well, I really started getting on him. And after a few weeks, it was obvious that he needed to be somewhere else. Now, me being a young teenager and in charge and pretty dumb, I ended up making a spectacle of it. I mean, I fired this dude in a public place in a super non-professional manner. I fired him like a dog in the street and treated him like such. And I'm not proud of it. See, I was young and dumb, and I didn't get it at the time. Well, some time goes by, and I don't know, it's probably like the next summer, and I'm driving through town one day, headed to a job site in the work truck, and I go through a series of stop signs, and I'm pretty sure I fully stop because it's a spot where the cops like to hang out and catch people. Well, woo, woo, woo! Damn, there's a cop behind me. Blue lights are flashing, so I play the little game where I don't pull over just yet, hoping they'll go past me. And yeah, that's actually worked 3 or 4 times. Well, I come to a stop at a corner near 2 major gas stations at the main intersection in town. And it's like lunchtime, and if you wanted to be seen by everyone that worked construction in the area, this was the spot to be. And here I am being pulled over. Well, I pull over and the cop gets out, and I look in my rearview mirror, and I just turn white. I mean, oh shit, it's George. And I'm not kidding you. This is the dude I fired like a dog in the street. And thinking back, the funny part is, I'm actually at the same gas station where I publicly fired George and questioned his manhood in front of God and everybody. Well, I turn to the dude in the truck with me and I tell him, dude, I'm dead. I'm about to go to jail and probably get beaten up. So by this time, George, apparently now a cop, has come to the window. And I've rolled it down, and he takes his glasses off, and he says, I thought it was you. Well, in some movies, this is the spot where I'm resisting arrest and I get beaten in the street. But on this particular day, we shot a different movie. George looks at me and he says, Zane, I just wanted to stop and thank you. You helped me realize that I needed to get my life straight. I sat in a depression hole for a while, and then I realized that I needed to do something with my life. And I ended up at the police academy, and I got this job, and now I'm making good money, and I'm doing good for people in the community, and I just wanted you to know that I have you to thank for that. Wow. I mean, I had prepared for handcuffs and a billy club, and here was me and this dude in uniform, both with tears in our eyes. And I got out of the truck, and we talked for a while. And see, I hadn't ended it the right way, but my holding George accountable for his work and then straight up questioning his desire to make a difference in the world and make something of himself had somehow gotten a key result. Now, the moral of the story, everyone needs help. Help to see what they are capable of. Help to get out of their own way. Help to create accountability and a push to remove excuses and do something that matters. And honestly, I take absolutely no credit. See, I hadn't truly done my part the right way. I was young and stupid, and in all honesty, I'd just gotten lucky in the result. See, the good Lord had guided me, and we together had made a difference. For all the Georges out there, get your shit together. For all the people with a George in their life, don't coddle them. Do the brave thing and call them out. Then help them get there. See, you don't know what cross people are bearing. Life is hard. If you see someone in a tough spot, don't be afraid of tough love. Just make sure it is love. If I had to do it all over again, I would have done a similar thing, just less public. And I would have followed it up by helping George get there myself. I'm really glad he did. I hope this inspires you to help the Georges in your life. I'm Zane with Zane Engineers Life, and we'll make you better.